today. The topic I'd like to raise for our discussion today is a topic that is, I think, particularly important for sole and small firm practitioners. It is what I guess I would have to call the wave of feeling about forcing lawyers to disclose in writing to their clients or prospective clients that they do not have errors in omissions coverage. There today is about 20 states that have that mandatory provision. California, several months ago, despite the efforts of many in the state bar, has adopted a provision that supports this. And that rule of professional conduct, a modification, is now before the state Supreme Court in California. Let me give you a little background, and I've written extensively about it. You can read more about it on my blog, which is www.lawbizblog.com. The bottom line of it is that there are about 30,000 of over 150,000 lawyers in California who do not have errors in omissions coverage. They're composed of a number of factors. One is defense lawyers who don't need E&O coverage, because in order for any defendant, any claimant against a defense lawyer to be successful, they have to prove that they would have been acquitted, they were innocent of the charge. And obviously if they've lost that case in the underlying trial, it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, for them to prove that in a malpractice case. Second group would be entertainment lawyers, where many insurance carriers are loath to write a policy of coverage at all. The third group might be securities lawyers, whose premium would be astronomical, especially in today's environment. So there are a number of folks in the 30,000 people who don't have coverage that legitimately cannot or will not be appropriate for coverage. Yet they're now going to have to tell to their clients that they don't have coverage. And it's not just a question of passing it off, they're going to have that in writing. The other group is a large group, our sole practitioners, small firm practitioners. That group oftentimes cannot afford to buy the policies of E&O coverage. The premiums have never been all that low, but many of these lawyers are just economically just not able to spend that additional money, several $1,000s. The last I took a look, it was somewhere between $4,000 and $7,000 for a minimum policy. There are about 50%, according to the state bar statistics, of lawyers in the states all through the country who are earning $100,000 or less. Now, in a state like California or New York, where these statistics still hold true, that's an incredible statistic, that 50% of the lawyers are earning $100,000 or less. 25% of the lawyers are earning $50,000 or less. And to ask these people, who are providing valuable service to clients, to fork out another $4,000 or $7,000, whatever it may be, is unrealistic and unfair. You're identifying this small group of people as lawyers who are suspect in the minds of the state bar, and you're putting them then at a competitive disadvantage. I would add one other factor here, and that is that if you're a professional corporation, at least in our state, you can self-insure. So in other words, you don't have to tell your client that you have no E&O coverage, yet your self-insurance, your statement that you will take care of any claim over $50,000, at least in California, is without substance. There's no financial statement that has to be filed with the state bar, and there's no fund that you have to put aside, no actual cash you have to put aside in order to put some feet and meat into this self-insurance issue. So I bring this to your attention not because I want to get on the soapbox again, but because I want lawyers to understand that they're going to have either within their engagement agreement or a separate document, at least in California and now in at least 20 other states across the country, the provision of disclosure that you do not have E&O coverage if that be the case. Check the rules in your particular jurisdiction and make sure that you comply with them, whatever it is that they are. Thanks for joining us today.